evening, everyone, and welcome back to another week of In the Spotlight. I'm Tabitha, your host, and welcome to another edition. This evening, we have a returning guest, Miss Nikki Curry of Optimal Organizers, CEO. And Miss Nikki, welcome back. Yay!
Thank you for having me, Tabitha.
Thank you so much for coming on and joining us again on this evening. I wanted to have you back because, oh God, in the last year, you have grown by leaps and bounds. And I just want to make sure, because I love to shine the light on what's going on in the world with these amazing entrepreneurs and just getting you out there before the audience and the people globally, locally, nationally, whatever that looks like. And you've grown by leaps and bounds, like I said. And I just wanted to make sure that we got you out there again so you could share with our audience what's new, what's happening. Fill us in.
Well, it's a pleasure. Thank you so much for having me come back. Yes, Optimal Organizers is definitely on the move. So we have some great initiatives since the last time that we spoke earlier this year, such as our educational program, still working with clients individually in their spaces and educating them on how to maintain those spaces. So a lot of great things that are going on. We have a new nonprofit arm of the business and have extended some programs that we're looking to do here in the Charlotte community.
Oh, that is amazing. That is amazing news. And Miss Nikki was just featured on our local television news stations here in the greater Charlotte, North Carolina area. So tell us a little bit about what you spoke to the news on concerning optimal organizers. And,
Sure.
and
So,
first, and first,
yeah,
I'm sorry, let's go back and let's tell everyone who optimal organizers is and
yes,
what you do so
yes.
they
Well,
know.
awesome. Well, Optimal Organizers is a professional organizing solutions and educational firm. So, what we do is we work with clients and groups alike of individuals who are ready to change some of their habits and behaviors in their space as it relates to clutter, disorganization. So, we really try to make it a holistic experience with the client and making sure that they have the support that they need for a full experience through organization.
And now you guys again, like you said, are professional organizers, you educate and you support. But why would someone use this service? I mean, someone, because this isn't a service that you hear spoke of frequently. It's not like, you know, oh, I have a service where, you can come in and, get hands-on job skills or anything like that. So why would someone really need this service? Like get into the meat of it, like the mind of why someone would need a professional organizer. Somebody would say, I can organize myself. Like,
Yeah, so that great question. So with organization, and like I try to stress and educate clients and those outside of that community, is organization affects every aspect of your life. What I see is the physical aspect of some of those breakdowns that might happen or those challenges that one might happen, whether it's their mental health, it's a physical challenge, their finances. I see it in all of your stuff. I see it in your space. When you come home at the end of the day, I see all of it. So, really, we are very different in the aspect of traditional organizing, where you might have a professional come in and they are there to declutter the space and make it look really, really nice aesthetically for you. But the difference with what we do at Optimal Organizers, again, it's really tackling some of those deeper issues and working and collaborating with the client and their support network in maintaining that order and being able to continue it throughout time instead of it just being a one-stop fix. So that's a little bit of the difference with it, but we all go through periods in time in our life where just clutter happens, life happens. As you age, you're raising your family, you might be in relationships, you have aging parents, work, all of these different things happen to you, and it happens within our stuff, and we don't think about that. Even if you look out now, every place you go, you're finding a new storage unit that's being built or there's one in your area, I promise you. And
Right.
so then the question then becomes is what are we storing and why? Why are we holding on to certain things that we might cherish, but what is some of the deeper issues that might be there?
Yeah, kind of like somebody say, Nikki, look, I just can't throw this away. I gotta
Yeah.
hold on to it for 6, 7 more years, but I'm not a hoarder. So you're dealing with the
Mm,
mental component of
yes.
someone's disorganization.
Correct. So we deal
Okay.
with a lot of that, the mental aspect, the behavioral aspect, and then looking at it with a psychological lens. So a lot of the strategies that we might use, some of the coping mechanisms, they are evidence-based. You would find them used in other practices. But we work along with a clinician or a licensed therapist or a psychologist. So that way, again, that individual is able to, if they want to explore some of maybe those deeper issues, those rooter issues, they're able to have that support along with having a professional to help them understand that through their space.
And I think that it was important to have you on because you don't hear of other organizations doing what you're doing, especially in our local area. And I'm hoping someone out there outside of the North Carolina, South Carolina state gives you a call. But you don't hear of it that often. So that's why I definitely wanted to make sure that you're out there in YouTube world or
Mhm.
share, like world. And so I call it, that's what everybody talks about these days, share and like and share, like my page,
Yeah,
like my whatever.
yeah.
So if they can do it, I can do it too, right? So I just wanted to people to come on and say, hey, I've never heard of this. Maybe I could give her a call and see, a little bit more meat behind this. And so, like I said earlier, you were featured on the local television news. So tell me a little bit about that and how you got that connection and what you all talked about.
Sure. So with that interview, it was a great experience first and foremost. But it was with the SPCC, which is the South Piedmont Community College that is out in Union County, out in the Monroe area. And that community college has a bond that's on the ballot this November the 8th for expanding their small business center. That is a community-based center that allows entrepreneurs, startups, those existing companies to kind of have a hub that if you have some business needs, here is a resource, a free resource that is available to you, along with supporting those that are at the community college. So, again, they're looking at expanding on land that they already own, that center, so that way they can really be more impactful to the small businesses that make up the community. And I actually use their services as a business entrepreneur, and they have a program that's called the Level Up program for existing businesses to really kind of level up. But we
Gotcha.
talked about things such as HR, we talked about marketing, how to build a team, your budget, your forecast. We talk about some of those more executive level aspects of business because I think a lot of times as business owners, you get caught up in the doing of your task and the doing of your job that you don't really think about the grander picture or looking at it from a 30,000 square foot view. So the Level Up program was phenomenal and it really helped me to expand more of what we're actually able to do today with Optimal Organizers. So I had that opportunity to talk about my experience, and then they hear my experience meeting with one of my clients. So how has that been impactful for me as a business owner that it again, it impacts the services that I provide to clients.
That is awesome. And I'm glad you were able to get on there and share that the business. And I'm
Yes.
glad that we have you here this evening sharing with us. And before we break for a commercial, um, Uh, and I'm going to do this now. We are having some encouraging words spoken over our broadcast this season. Before we go to break, give us an encouraging message that you would want everyone in the audience to know.
Great. Um, I had a client recently that we discovered in our sessions together some really, really encouraging words that has led her and it also led me. And that was turning piles into purpose. Turn your piles into purpose, whatever that may look like for you.
Oh, I like that. Turn your piles into purpose. And on that note, we are going to break for a commercial, and we will be right back with Miss Nikki Curry and Optimal Organizers in the Spotlight.
Happy is an intentional and lifelong journey, but it's hard to change and grow towards higher levels of happy without knowing where you're starting from. Our happy quiz puts a starting pin on the map to your happy living and provides additional guidance and motivation along the way. Just go to happyliving.com and take the happy quiz to get started on your road to happy.
And thank you for coming back, tuning back in. I'm Tabitha again in the spotlight. We have Miss Nikki Curry with Optimal Organizers. And Nikki is a professional organizer, education. What else, Nikki? What am I?
Well, we specialize definitely in some areas of challenge. Clients living with ADHD and ADD, also hoarding behaviors and tendencies, working with our aging population. We have some great things working with our aging and then chronic disorganization.
Okay, so what I want to talk about in the last half of the show is um, tell us a little bit about, we know the for-profit side
Mhm.
of your business. Tell us a little bit about your new nonprofit side of your business.
Yes,
And
yes.
it's the holidays. We're sitting at Thanksgiving, we're
Hmm.
sitting at Christmas, or holidays, or however people want to say. Everybody doesn't celebrate everything, but we're sitting in that season. Okay,
Yes.
we're sitting in that season, and within that season, we go from Thanksgiving to whatever you believe for December, and into the tax season and the new
Hmm.
year. Tell us about the new nonprofit side of it. And then I want to circle back and let the audience know how you could help them as far as your organizational side of your business with the end of the year, with the holidays, with Christmas,
Moving forward. Well, thank you. Yes. So
the
our
new
new
projects.
nonprofit, yes, our new nonprofit that we have is called Alternative Bridges, and it's expanding beyond the generation. So it's a new, it's my kind of like my new baby of organization, but it will be an adult day center that will service our senior population, so our senior population, and also adults with intellectual development disabilities. So we wanted to really just have a safe place for them to be able to come during the day, that they can have some activities that'll be planned for them, socialize, cognitive continuation throughout their aging process, and just be able to have a community of caring professionals and volunteers that love on them. So that's our new project. We have actually a new fundraiser that'll be taking place in December. That'll be a walk. It's a charity walk as we grow in this, but being able to provide those services and programs for them. So really excited about that. As far as the end of the year, this season, as you said, it's a season of giving, a season of reflection, but also this could be a season of challenge for many
Yes.
individuals within our own circles and communities and throughout, the world, where this might be a harder time to deal with because of that lightness of the season, but dealing with grief, dealing with
Grief is
loss.
heavy. We've had a lot of
Um,
loss. Yeah.
yeah, a lot of loss with our, kind of I still say post, ish pandemic, but
Right.
still just dealing with a lot of that in our, society and in our world. So this could be a season of challenge. Organization, again, is something that it's a necessity. It's not just this one and done. It's very different from cleaning, which is something I know we talked about in our last time together, was talking about those differences between organizing and cleaning. But
Right.
you really want to be as organized as you can individually, because there are a lot of activities and things that are going on. And again, just being in that giving spirit. regardless of your faith or, that walk. But
Yeah.
organization is really, really key for anyone during this time, whether you're a parent, you're a single person, you're a couple, because you have multiple activities. There's so much that's kind of being thrown at you, whether it's on social media or it's in the media, it's, at work, projects, those end of year kind of projects. So it can just be very taxing. And so I always like to, again, give clients within five. If I can't teach you in 5 ways, then, it's too technical or too scientific, and we just might need more time with it. But really stressing to an individual that it's okay. That's first and foremost, where you kind of have to have grace with yourself, that there might be a lot going on and you can't do it all. Don't try. Don't
Yeah.
try to, because you're only going to take in, kind of stretch yourself to whatever that limit might look like, and no one knows. So really, don't try to stretch yourself too much, and have grace with yourself. I would say number two, take tasks in small increments, whether it is a cleaning task or it is, I have to pull out the Christmas decorations if, that's your holiday season, or pulling out the Hanukkah decorations or whatever. But really take them in chunks and take them in small bites. Like, don't try to do an hour's worth of work, but really break that down to what you can do within certain times. So making smaller increments. If it's 30 minutes, I always use a 30-minute timer, or 15 minutes, and then take a 5-minute break, walk away. So I would also say number three is, after taking those big chunks or those smaller chunks of time, again, take a break, walk away from it, be able to have some downtime for yourself, whether it's, hey, I'm going to go grab a cup of tea, go for a walk, get some sunlight, get water, maybe do a little dancing in between that while you got the
Yeah.
music playing. Do something for yourself that clears your mind. Number four, I would say, is remember your why. Why are you doing these things? Because we get caught in the task of doing, and we get out of the purpose of the why. So align your why with the task. If it's not serving for you and your loved ones, don't take it on. And then number five, again, be in the moment. Be in the moment. Tomorrow will come, and tomorrow's going to have its own set of issues and tasks and everything else that comes with it, but it's going to come. And if you get to it on that next day, then that's okay. But if you don't,
Mhm.
guess what? That's still okay.
Exactly. Yeah. Absolutely. Nikki, thank you so much. And I also want to ask, because people will, I mean, let's be real,
Mhm,
people are going to say, this all sounds wonderful and I would love to
mhm.
do this, but God, I don't know if I can afford this. I don't know if this is in my budget. Can you just let people know the different types of payments that you take, and
Yes.
also share all of your social media handles so they can get in contact with you? And of course, they can reach me at In the Spotlight at 980-907-3136, or email me at Tabitha, Tabatha, spotlight at gmail.com. I would be more than happy to give you connected with Miss Curry here, but she's also going to give you your social media handles, give you her social media handles, and let us know how she, what she accepts.
Yes. Well, it all starts with a conversation. So I
Okay.
tell everyone, just you could go to our website, which is optimalorganizers.net. So again, that's optimal organizers with an S on the end, .net. And just book a consultation. A consultation is your first step. And it's just a conversation. Really try to get to know that client, what their needs might be, what they think, what they want, all of those things, so that we can make the space look very, very pleasing and fitting for you. But it just starts with the conversation. So you could always go online to our website and book that. You can give us a call at 980-291-6464. Again, that's 980-291-6464. Or you can shoot us an email. That contact information is on our contact page. And then our social media is Optimal Organizers. We are on Facebook, on Instagram, and also on Twitter and LinkedIn. So there's several different ways you can reach out to us. We accept payment plans. There are payment plans that are available for clients. So that way you can break it up. Again, we don't want to break the bank.
Right.
Organizing doesn't have to break the bank. Again, we want it to be functional. The aesthetics part, we will make it pleasing to the eye. We will make that happen, but that's like the cherry on top. We want to make sure that you have the right skills, the right support in place so that you can maintain it. And we can be able to follow up with you and continue to help you through that journey of maintaining it. But you can check us out online, optimalorganizers.net, and then also on social media at Optimal Organizers.
Nikki, this is amazing. You walked away from a teaching career, a educator, to launch your own business, and I commend you, ma'am.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much for being on In the Spotlight. Y'all know how to reach me. You know how to reach out to Miss Curry. And if you would like to come on In the Spotlight, if you have a for-profit, a not-for-profit, and you want to get your business out there, you want us to share your information, please do not hesitate to call me at 980. Sorry, lost my own number, 980-907-3138. This is Tabitha in the Spotlight. Thank you for tuning in. We are every Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you, take care, and God bless. And we'll look for you back here next week at In the Spotlight.